Like tonight.
Yeah, tonight's cold out.
It's 31, 7:31.
So, good evening. The January 22nd, 2025 council meeting of the Long Branch City Council will now come to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dangler is absent. Mr. Rassus?
Here.
Mrs. Wittes?
Here.
Dr. Vogt?
Here.
Mr. Vieira is absent.
Please all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I will now read the mission statement for the City Council. The Long Branch Mayor, City Council, and Administration are committed to cultivating an environment of mutual trust and respect that values the diversity of our community. We will strive to enhance the quality of life for all who live here by making Long Branch a desirable place in which to live and prosper. We will treat all members of the public with respect and expect the same in return. Certification, please.
I hereby certify that this meeting has been published in the newspaper in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act and posted as required by law.
Thank you. I now need a motion to approve the minutes of the January 8th, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Dangler is absent. Mr. Rassus?
Here.
Mrs. Wittes?
Abstain.
Dr. Vogt?
Here.
Mr. Vieira is absent.
Here. Consideration of ordinances, public hearing and final consideration. 0-0125 is an ordinance authorizing the purchase of 209 Westwood Avenue, Block 198, Lot 1, and 228 Morris Avenue, Block 203, Lot 1. And once the City of Long Branch has obtained title to the two properties authorizing the conveyance of 209 Westwood Avenue, Block 198, Lot 1, and 228 Morris Avenue, Block 203, Lot 1, to the New Jersey Transit Corporation in order to improve the Long Branch train station pursuant to the City of Long Branch's Memorandum of Understanding with the New Jersey Transit Corporation. This ordinance was introduced on January 8th, 2025, and allows the city to purchase two properties near the Long Branch train station. And once the title is obtained by the city shall convey the two properties to the New Jersey Transit Corporation. As stated in R-245-24, an MOU between the City of Long Branch and New Jersey Transit to facilitate the construction of the Long Branch Station pedestrian tunnel, which has been awarded a total of $21.1 million in federal and state grant funding. I need a motion to open the public hearing on this ordinance only.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 If any member of the public has comments to make on this ordinance only, please come to the podium, state your name and address clearly for the record. You'll have 5 minutes and may only speak once on ordinance 0-01-25. And seeing none coming forward, I need a motion to close.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 This is the second reading of ordinance 01-25. I need a motion to adopt on second and final reading and advertise according to law.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Dangler is absent. Mr. Rassus?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes?
Yes.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mr. Vieira is absent. Motion passed.
Thank you. Ordinances for introduction 0-02-25. This is the first reading of ordinance 02-25 entitled A Bond Ordinance Providing for Various 2025 Capital Acquisitions and Improvements to the City of Long Branch in the County of Monmouth, State of New Jersey. appropriating $11,421,608 thereof, and authorizing the issuance of $9,821,608 bonds or notes to the city to finance part of the cost thereof. The summary of this ordinance is as follows. This bond ordinance provides for various capital acquisitions and improvements consisting of, first, the renovation and construction of the Health and Technology Center. Second, the renovation and construction of the City Center Park. Third, the acquisition of real property located at 228 Morris Avenue. And fourth, the acquisition of real property located at 209 Westwood Avenue. This ordinance will authorize the city to borrow a maximum of $9,821,608 to build a new health and technology facility at Center City Park. I need a motion to introduce on first reading, advertise and post according to law, and set the public hearing for February 12th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Dangler is absent. Mr. Rassus?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes?
Yes.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mr. Viera is absent. Motion passed.
Thank you. Public participation for resolutions and all general comments. I need a motion to open the public portion of the meeting for all comments.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? If there's anyone in the audience that has a comment to make, please step to the podium and state your name and address clearly for the record. You'll have 5 minutes and may only speak once.
Vincent Lepore, 33 Ocean Terrace, Long Branch, requesting 1-minute notification. Tonight, we give tremendous gratitude and respect to Long Branch-based Clean Ocean Action. Clean Ocean Action's Executive Director, Cindy Zip, and her staff became one of the foremost leaders in this state, along with Protect Our Coast NJ and other groups and individuals, including Long Branch's Sue Ring, in opposing the industrialization of our coastal waters with offshore wind farms. Long Branch has the distinction of being noted as the epicenter of the launch of one of the most effective counter-resistant protest rally against offshore wind farms on June 10th, 2023, on the Great Lawn, with the loudest boos and expletive deletives aimed at Congressman Pallone's representative, Congressman Pallone being a supporter of offshore wind. Many groups and citizens, as well as I, proudly stood up to the ever so tainted political powers that very day. That protest was the turning point for our fight. We cannot be ignored or silenced. Any attempts to do so would result in stronger protest. We were told we didn't have a chance, but we continued onward. A press conference was held by Clean Ocean Action in Long Branch on October 18, 2023, against offshore wind farms, and subsequently Clean Ocean Action, along with Protect Our Coast NJ and others, filed lawsuits. As our fight continued, it became apparent that offshore wind farm companies were losing money and could not continue without huge government subsidies, also known as taxpayer bailouts. In the face of all this, 2 New Jersey congressmen came to the fight to assist Clean Ocean Action and others to environmentally protect the coastal waters and marine life off Long Branch in New Jersey. Those 2 congressmen being Congressman Jeff Van Drew and Congressman Christopher Smith, both fought valiantly. Congressman Smith, appearing with the county commissioners in Long Branch at 7 Presidents Park, announcing further steps he would be taking, that he was pursuing in the fight with the Government Accountability Office. As the fight continued, something significant happened along the way. A determined presidential candidate joined the fight in banning offshore wind farms. That presidential candidate campaigned very hard on this issue, giving many in Long Branch and the rest of New Jersey the support they needed. On November 5th, that presidential candidate was elected president, still maintaining his position. This past Monday, January 20th, Inauguration Day, President Trump signed an executive order putting a moratorium on offshore wind farm development and preventing future offshore wind farms. President Trump delivered on his position to environmentally protect the Long Branch coast and marine life, along with the rest of New Jersey coastal waters,
1 minute notification.
from the offshore wind development. The fight continues. The credit is due where credit is deserved. I want to thank Congressman Christopher Smith. Thank you. Congressman Jeff Van Drew. Thank you. And as I said, and I'm going to say it again, giving credit where credit is due. Thank you, President Trump.
Thank you, Mr. Lepore. Anyone else?
Is it open?
Yep, public comment.
Sorry, I met someone in the parking lot that just followed and it threw me off a bit. My name's Rice. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hello to everyone except Charlie. I do want to come here tonight with a sense of urgency about some of the new immigration policies that we see coming in.
Rice, can you lower the mic a little bit?
Sure.
Thank you.
I've spoken about this before. I can't find my phone right now, so I don't have the actual document. But in 2017, Charlie completed a document on behalf of the Long Branch Police Department under Jason Robach and Hayes, who is the acting business administrator then. And it was under the community policing department under the Department of Justice. And part of that funding for 5 years required us to sign an agreement to cooperate with DHS on holding people for immigration. It was 5 years worth of funding. It was a COPS program under Jeff Sessions. That application was submitted to the Department of Justice, completed by Charles, signed off by acting Chief of Police Jason, acting Business Administrator Hayes. At the time, John was on City Council. At that time, when I had found out about this, I downloaded the completed application from the Department of Justice and presented it to everybody on the City Council. This is under our former mayor. No one on council knew that we had completed this application, that we were getting funding, and that we were agreeing to cooperate with DHS on immigration, including detaining people and turning over data. The application stated youth violence as the need for this community-oriented policing funding, that we were in partnership with youth services in the high school. What is it called? I forget what it's called. The department in the high school for youth services, and that we were cooperating with the Board of Education. I brought copies of the application to every member of the BOE at that time. They had no idea that this was going through, that they were named partners in this community policing application, and that it was promising to cooperate with DHS. I'm here to ask for a promise from the city that we will not cooperate, that we will have a commitment to figuring out what these new policies will mean for our town. We have a beautiful city full of so many different kinds of people, hardworking families. The idea that departments can enter schools, houses of worship, libraries, public spaces, third places, places that are supposed to be sanctuaries is really disturbing. So I feel that this is very urgent, and I would like an absolute commitment that under this new Department of Justice that we get, whatever police funding programs are out there for community-oriented policing, that we are not promising to cooperate. I want the children in our community to go to school and feel safe. I want to see people continue building their families in Long Branch and feel safe. People should not feel unsafe going to church, going to school, going to the hospital to get vaccinations, to get care that they need. They should not fear calling the police if they're the victim of domestic violence. And it affects our whole community. And, I know sometimes, I'm seen, I care about a lot of things. But this is something, John knows the day I found out about this application, I called him. It was like 8 o'clock at night. And it was very disturbing that no one in town knew about this. I want to make sure that things like this aren't done again without anyone knowing about it. We can't hold Hayes accountable. This is why I cannot take our current business
5
administrators seriously. But I thank you, and I would really appreciate some follow-up. I do see this as something very urgent. Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Anyone else?
No. Is there anybody else who'd like to speak this evening?
I think that everybody should do the step 9.
Do you want to come up to the podium?
Yeah. Where's the podium?
Right over here. Right over here.
Please, somebody tell me the podium. Oh, okay.
And please state your name and address. No, right over there, standing over there.
So not right here.
Right over there.
Everybody should do the step 9. Everybody should do the amends. Everybody should do the step 9. If you don't make the amends to find out what people should make you what you are, then you don't know what you is. If anybody doesn't make you what you is, then you don't know what you are.
Could I ask if you could please give us your name and address?
My name is Shadow. I'm from 87 Cyber Street Drive, And if you don't know who you are, then you don't know who you is. It's straight like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a place where I didn't know where I was. Straight like that. And it's just genuine. This is genuine like that, you know? And I'm grateful to be a part of a place that's where it was, where it is. Cause it's been a while since I had to go from here, look at the places, come down here, be like, okay, I can say that this is where, no. You need to know where you are, where you're going. Because that was you know what I'm saying? You know? You need to know what you're doing. You just need to know what you're doing. You need to know where you're doing, where you're going, where you are to make yourself recognized. And I look good. My bad. That was kind of like a personal thing. I look good. You know? It's good to know where you are and know where you're coming from. You don't gotta be where you're going, where you are. You just need to know where you're coming from. Max that all the way out. Max it out. Run towards peace and pleasure where you're going towards pain and distress. If you're running towards pain and distress, then you're wrong. Because I won that. Let's see how many people flinch. I won that. If you wear where you're comfortable at, I won that. And then everybody else, I don't know. Everybody else under me is just going to laugh at you and just going to be like, oh, okay. You not where he at, you know? I did this by the book, you know? Everywhere that's right here, I still got time. What the hell? I still got time. So, this is just something that I'm doing because somebody told me, oh, you got this time. You got to be ready for this. I'm like, okay.
5 minutes.
5 minutes? That's a long time.
Thank you.
Thank you for saying it. Thank you. That 5 minutes was a long time. Oh my God.
Okay, thank you.
You got to make sure
Okay.
you be YOU.
Excuse me, please take your seat now. Your 5 minutes are up.
Oh, my 5 minutes are up?
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. And is there anyone else who would like to speak tonight? Okay, seeing none, I need a motion to close the public participation portion of the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 I will now ask Madam Clerk if there were any changes to the list of resolutions.
No changes have been made.
Okay, thank you. We can take the listed resolutions as a consent agenda. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dangler is absent. Mr. Rassus?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes?
Yes.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mr. Vera is absent. Motion passed.
Okay, thank you. Applications. I need a motion to approve the listed applications.
So moved.
It is the renewal of
Oh, sorry.
various taxi cab owner licenses for the year 2025. And I think we already have a motion, and I think we already have a second, so roll call, please.
Mr. Dangler is absent. Mr. Rassus?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes?
Yes.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mr. Vera is absent. Motion passed.
Okay, thank you. Miscellaneous business for the good of the order. Councilman Dangler is not here tonight. Councilman Rassus.
Thank you. Yes, I'd like to thank the Long Branch Department of Public Works for an outstanding job making our roads safe during the recent snowstorm. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out this evening. Please stay warm and safe. Thank you.
Thank you. And Councilwoman Wittes.
I too would like to thank Public Works for all their hard work. And thank you for everyone for coming this evening, and be safe.
Thank you. And Mayor Pallone.
Thank you, Council President. Thank you all for being here this evening. Stay safe and warm. Have a great week.
Good, thank you. I don't think any of us could be more sincere in saying to you, thank you for coming out tonight and braving the weather and joining us this evening. We truly appreciate it. Stay safe, stay warm. We're glad you found us. Hopefully, we'll see you at our next council meeting. And with that, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you and good night.